Hello, there's Jesse Coffee with another collection video. I'm going to do the rest of my Sony VHS collection now. Stuff related to Sony. First tape I have there is Pal Joey. This part we're going to be doing with my Columbia TriStar tapes. And Pal Joey is up first. This is one which Frank Sinatra stars in it, but he's getting the middle of the bill because Rita Hayworth's also in it. But he gets the middle billing, which he insisted upon because Rita Hayworth's also in it. Printed during the 9th week of 1995. Next one is The Prince of Tides with Barbra Streisand and Nick Nolte. And this was I only have this has the this is the only one I have with this as both the print and the on-screen logo at the beginning. This first Columbia TriStar logo. Their first logos were extremely bland. First Columbia TriStar tapes had pretty bland opening logos on them. This has a homie end label that comes from Central City Video. I have no idea what that was. And this was printed during the 30th week of 1992. This one is a preview for Mr. Saturday Night at the beginning. Next one is the Eddie Dukin story with Tyrone Power and Kim Novak. This is a 1992 release. Filmed on CinemaScope. Filmed on CinemaScope. That's kind of weird phrasing. Never noticed that before. Shouldn't that be filmed in CinemaScope? Warning was a bit off on that one. I'd never noticed that before. This is printed during the 23rd week of 1994. Next one. It's Three Stooges, They Stooged a Conga, also including You Nasty Spy and I'll Never Heil Again. Columbia Pictures Home Video. This is compilation of some Three Stooges shorts. Only Three Stooges compilation I have on VHS to date. This tape is from 1993, yes. Printed during the 20th week of 1995. Next one is A League of Their Own with Gina Davis, Tom Hanks, and Madonna in it. This one is the second Columbia TriStar home video logo at the beginning. Another pretty bland one, which has this but more color put into it. But it's still a pretty bland opening logo compared to the one they were more regularly used on their tapes later. This was printed during the 37th week of 1995. This one, next one is Hook with Dustin Hoffman, Robin Williams, Julie Roberts, and Bob Hoskins. And dearly missed Robin Williams in this one. Here's the tape inside. It's actually a much later reprint because it has a Sony Picture Home Entertainment logo and it has an ink label on it. And yeah, it's definitely a later reprint. There's a print date down there. Print date is December 18th, 2005. Yep, 2005 reprinting. Also, the lid just broke off. unfortunately. Next one is A River Runs Through It. From 1993. This is the first Columbia TriStar tape in this country to have the more regularly used Columbia TriStar logo. One you've all seen already. It's pretty nice and elegant one. 51st week of 1999. Next one is A Few Good Men. If I can get that there. Yep. A Few Good Men. Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson, Demi Moore. This is a very good military drama if you haven't seen it. From Rob Reiner, who is a very good director most of the time. From what I hear. He made great movies. He made this A Spinal Tap. He made Princess Bride. They're all very good movies, so he could do anything he wanted to at one time. What was the time when he could? 50th day of 1996 is the print date down there, and it was printed during the 30th week of 1996. Next one is a classic, Frank Capra's Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, from the Studio Heritage Collection. This does not have the original theatrical trailer on it. From checking the opening, it's got the... I put this in, it has the 75 years line of screens around the world promo from Columbia at the beginning. It doesn't have the original trailer on it. Would have liked to see that on the tape, but I can't see it on the tape. 50th week of 1998. Next one is, I'm going to have to put my finger over the address in case this Elaine Marcus, who is also a Tucsonan from the sticker, still happens to live at Indochine. This won the Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film of 1992. One of the only Sony Pictures Classics tapes that I have. It says the Columbia TriStar hologram on it, so this is the original printing. And printed during the 3rd week of 1994, and this came from Video Movie Wholesalers in Santa Ana, California. This one has a red band trailer at the beginning, I think. Next one is from when I did the opening to it, and was the first to do the opening to Indochine because no one else had done it. This had a red band trailer at the beginning. Next one is Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. All-time comedy classic, of course. Shrink Wrap starting to come up on this one. I may have to tear it up a little more if it goes on a little further. Gets to that point. There's a nice little Columbia TriStar embossings on the shrink wrap. Well, markers, rather. And this was printed during the 48th week of 1995, so this is much later printing. I don't think this has any previews on it. I don't think this has any previews on it either. In the line of fire, it would be that this one's got Clint Eastwood, John Malkovich, and Rene Russo. I think this is Clint Eastwood's only production for Castle Rock, if I'm not mistaken. Directed by Wolfgang Pearson, who did The Never-Ending Story and Das Boot. There's the tape itself. We'd like to see Dutch boots sometime. Sounds really interesting. 9th week of 2000. So this is a much later printing. Those tapes were originally released in 93. There's another tape that was originally released in 93. Or 94, actually. And this one has a pretty decent opening to it. I uploaded it. Mr. Jones. This copy, anyway, has the decent opening to it. 1993 TriStar film. Has the RC, is the Columbia TriStar hologram on there. A little stickered in the bottom. This comes from Critics' Choice videos. This comes from Critics' Choice 7012 East Golf Links, which is a store that I think is at a location occupied by Queasno Subs. Sorry, there was a fly in here. I'm sorry, there was a little bug in there. In the room. It came up a little bit. #15 week of 1994. And I made my own Canadian tape of it. Using the master from this and the warning screens for Flatliners tape, which are the same for every RC Columbia / Columbia TriStar tape. So it wasn't hard at all to read. Then I have a Canadian copy of it. A reprint because it's got the 14A stamp on the back. Canadian home video rating system that was introduced in '95. There's the tape itself. Printed on June 10th, 1998, and this one doesn't have any previews on it. June 10th, 1998, according to the Invisible Ink. Here's Sleepless in Seattle with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. This one is a 1993 tape, and this one has a newer opening to it. From what I can gather, this has a preview for, I think it has a previews for the box office hits and Romance Collection series on there. And it was printed during the 9th week of 1999. Next tape is The Remains of the Day with Anthony Hopkins and Emma Thompson, the film by James Ivory. This is a very good film if you haven't seen it. And this one's got the hologram on it. I used to have this tape when I was a kid, but then it broke on me, and then it took me about almost 20 years to buy a new copy of it. And I did. Which ultimately did. This is the 27th week of 1994, is when it was just printed. Here's a guarding Tess, which is driving Miss Stacy with attitude, according to USA Today. Not sure how I haven't seen the film, so I have no idea how that comparison holds. The sticker's coming off. There's a pretty short description on it. RC Columbia tapes at some point started having really short descriptions on their tapes for like a little while, and then they started going back to more worded ones with more words in them. Printed during the 13th week of 1995. Next one is Legend of the Fall. With Brad Pitt, Anthony Hopkins, and Ian Quinn. 1994 Academy Award winner for Best Cinematography. Another TriStar film. 1995, this tape is from. Yeah, here's the tape itself. Oh, this has a print date. Oh, there's a print date at the bottom. Oh. Print date is August 9, 1995. August 9, 1995 is the print date, and this has a CTV on the side. Yep, this sticker just fell off. That's where the sticker was. Next tape is Only You with Marissa Tomei and Robert Downey Jr. New digital master, better picture quality apparently. Another TriStar film. 1994. This tape is from. It doesn't have the hologram on it. And it was printed during the 9th week of 1995. Oh, it was printed during the 9th week of 1995, but you barely see that. See there? I could barely see that until I looked a little closely. A little closer in there. Next one is, this is a pretty good romantic comedy. Never Forget Paris. With Billy Crystal and Deborah Winger. Castle Rock film. And this one is from after Castle Rock was taken over by Turner. There's the tape itself. And printing is October 30th, 1995. Next one is The Quick and the Dead with Sharon Stone and Gene Hackman. Think you're quick enough? This is a 1995 tape. Slightly late printing from the 27th week of 1997. I haven't put this in, so I have no idea if this has the original opening or if this has no previews. Next one is The Net. This is a pretty good technological thriller if you haven't seen it. 1995 had some pretty good technological thrillers, actually. This film and Hackers and The Net. Yeah, those are what I remember. Pretty good movies from what I've seen of them. This is a tape from 1995, and I think this has a preview for Sense and Sensibility at the beginning. And not sure if I forget what else this has. I dubbed this to DVD, so I should try to memorize the. I'll put the DVD in later. DVD dub I did of it later, even though this was originally officially released on DVD. But I'll put a DVD of it later, sometime soon, to see what this had at the beginning. What else this had at the beginning? Printed during the 23rd week of 1996. And the next tape is the solid gold Cadillac with Judy Holiday and well, I'm not going to show. Well, I'll show that in a minute. Next tape is Winona Ryder and Little Women, which is the best family movie of the year according to Newsday, which is all newspaper in Long Island. And it also has Gabriel Byrne, Trinity Alvarado, Samantha Mathis, Kirsten Dunst, Claire Danes, Christian Bale, Eric Stoltz, Mary Weiss, Susan Sarandon's in this one. That should be interesting. This is a tape from 1995. And this was printed on the 36 weeks of 1995. And now I can show the solid gold Cadillac. I think this is the only VHS of this film, if I'm not mistaken. Released in 1995. And it's copy protected, so I can't do the opening trailer, unfortunately. Would have liked to. Printed during the 44th week of 1999. So this is a slightly late reprint. 1956 film with Judy Holiday and Paul Douglas. And who else is in it? John Williams. I'm not sure if it's the same John Williams who wrote up the Star Wars and Superman themes and Indiana Jones ones. Who's in this? But I'll have to watch it to see if it's either the same John Williams that I'm thinking of or a different one. It was not that wasn't related to him. Next one is The American President, another Rob Reiner film. This is a very good presidential drama with Michael Douglas, Annette Bening, Martin Sheen, and Michael J. Fox, and written by West Wing creator Aaron Sorkin. Aaron Sorkin says he wrote it when he was high, which proves that marijuana can do you good. It proves, which kind of makes my case for legalizing marijuana there. The fact that he wrote this great movie while he was high. This was printed August 21st, 1996, and it has an edge turner on the side. Okay, let's move on now to, what else do we have here? We won't get to that yet. Not ready for that yet. Next tape is The Indian in the Cupboard. This does not have the key, but it does have the cupboards. If I can just get that out and show it to you. This is what the cupboard looks like. It's got a nice reversible cover to it. Put that back in. I'm looking at it that way. There we go. It's a Frank Collis film, and Paramount and the international rights to this film. It has a little keyhole chain there. There's the tape itself, which fell out when I was trying to show what the cupboard looked like. And the print date was, the week year code was the 48th week of 1995. Next is another pretty well-known film from Columbia. From a Columbia TriStar that was on VHS, Jumanji, with the dearly missed Robin Williams, of course. This has a preview for. This has an ad for Sony's Sony televisions at the beginning, because Sony was Columbia TriStar's corporate parents. And it's one of the earliest tapes I have to have the surround sound logo at the beginning. There was also a hi-fi stereo indicator on some tapes. There's the tape itself. It was printed during the 18th week of 1996. Or got that off of Amazon at one time. Next tape is Riverdance the Musical. This is a tape from, what was the year this is from? This is licensed from VCI. Interesting, no? Excuse me. Birthday is from, this is from 1996, the tape. Slightly yellowish reels in there. It was printed during the 16th week of 1997. Yeah, the music and dance sensation of the decade, apparently. Next one is the Care Bears Movie 2, New Generation. This is a from the Columbia TriStar Family Collection. This one has no discernible opening whatsoever, and it's this one has no discernible opening to it, and it has the it just has the Columbia logo, the warning screen, and the Columbia Pictures logo on it. 40th week of 1994 of 2004. So this is a much later printing, 20th week of 2004. And you can't see that, but I think that's the 36th week of 1998. So I think this was taped over part 2 of Titanic. And here's Sense and Sensibility itself. Academy Award with 7 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture, Best Screenplay, Emma Thompson. Oh, she wrote the screenplay for this, huh? Must be pretty gifted. There's that one, we get 1996. I'm rearranging these a little bit to fit within the UPC code ISBN number range. Okay, the next tape is Matilda, a family classic for all generations. Of course, Danny DeVito, Rhea Perlman, and Beth Davis, Pam Ferris, and Mara Wilson are in this. It was a great film, one of Danny DeVito's best, I think. Also, he's a pretty good director. I also like his film, War of Roses, Twilight. And printed during the 41st week of 1996. It was a nice orange yellow clamshell, rather. That's not orange. And I also have the original 1997 DVD of this movie, which has the preview for Columbia TriStar DVDs at the beginning, and it also has the RC. There's the pretty basic menus if you turn the menu on. And also stops after the movie is finished, after the end credits are done. On Laserdisc. And the previews index has one chapter. Preview on warning screens and logo our own index is one chapter. I'm going to take this out and show you the scene selection. This was released in August 1997, so it aged pretty well. This is a DVD. DVD was introduced. This is, I think, the 25th anniversary of DVD is this year. So I'm very happy about that. Actually, here. Alright, next tape is Fly Away Home with Jeff Daniels and Anna Paquin. Family collection tape from 1996 this time again. 1996 again. No, this tape I think originally came out in early 97 on tape. This is a nice gold clamshell. And printed during the 52nd week of 1996. Let's see what the next tape is. This is a great film. This is a fun film. If you haven't seen it, you really ought to. It's a really great film. This is Men in Black, the first Men in Black movie. Has a nice shiny case on it. Sort of color reflective there. It has Will Smith's music video on it for this title song. Printed during the 39th week of 1997. Next one is My Best Friend's Wedding with Julia Roberts. Julianne fell in love with her best friend. They decided to marry someone else. There's a nice little romantic comedy from TriStar. I haven't seen it. It looks alright. Never actually seen the film. It has a $5 rebate. When you buy My Best Friend's Wedding and Jerry Maguire, to receive your rebate, simply send the original certificate, your dated to original sales receipt from your purchase of Jerry Maguire at the Proof of Purchase tab from the package of Jerry Maguire and your name, address, and phone number. And there it is. Printed during the 46th week of 1997, so this is the original printing, I think. I have the original printing. And I also have this, this print date copy. The print date on that one is October 25th, 1997. And, this label is almost, the label doesn't fully cover the label area. I have the widescreen. This is the only widescreen Columbia tape I have. Columbia TriStar tape. The professional. Makes me look like a slow ride to grandma's house, apparently. So Luc Besson film. $1997 tape. Oddly enough, the label doesn't mention anything about widescreen on it. And this was the 13th week of 1997 that this was printed during. Then I have Jerry Maguire. 1997 seemed to be a pretty interesting year for Columbia TriStar, as far as pretty big year for Columbia TriStar as far as tapes were concerned. Their tape commonality. This is one of the more common Columbia TriStar tapes, and one of the most common tapes, period, along with Titanic and Men in Black. These tapes are seen every single place you go to. Has a copy of one of those three movies. This is a Columbia House 1, and there's no previous, obviously, and it doesn't appear to have anything resembling a printing on there. Next one is Buddy from Jim Henson Pictures with Rene Russo, previewed for $6.99 apparently. This was purchased from Blockbuster on August 10th, 1998. Just to remind, please unwind, thanks, the end. There's another Blockbuster end label there. And it was printed during the 51st week of 1997. 51st week of 1997. Okay, next tape. What I have here is, let's see if I arrange the C codes right. Alright, next is Air Force One with Harrison Ford. This is a pretty good film. This is another film I've not seen, but I should check it out. I think touched on the international rights, this one. This is printed during the fourth week of 1998. And the next tape is As Good as It Gets with Jack Nicholson, Helen Hunt, and Greg Kinnear. With 7 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Screenplay. 7 Academy Award nominations. It says there, and they listed for them. This was a Golden Globe winner, Best Picture, Musical, or Comedy. This is a 1998 tape. And this was printed during the 16th week of 1998. And, this movie, this tape has the a silent version of the Columbia TriStar home video logo at the beginning. Next one is 7 Years in Tibet with Brad Pitt. Tape from 1998. '15th week of 1999. So this is a slight reprint. Next one is 1998 tape of Madeline, which got 2 thumbs up from Siskel and Ebert. It's Columbia TriStar tape from 1998, of course. So it's one of the last from the family collection. It's a Hollywood Video X rental. This has a really bent Hollywood Video sticker there. And this was printed during the 51st week of 1998. It doesn't have any Hollywood Video side stickers on it, which is weird. Okay, next tape is Stepmom with Julia Roberts, Susan Sarandon, and Harris. A pretty short description on the back. 1999 tape. '12th week of 2000, this was printed during. Next one is Three Stooges Curly Classics with Men in Black, Michael Phonies, Dumb Punch Drunks, Three Little Pigskins, Woman Haters, and The Plumbing Will Go. I actually cut out some pictures from 2 of them when I was a kid. and had this when I was a kid. This is a 1998 disc. Then I have Ingdot's Hands, which has a sticker that's starting to come off a little bit. Fortune favors the brave, apparently. This is a disc from 1998. It comes on a full screen and widescreen sides, and has a nice little booklet with production notes inside. And scene selections. Okay, and next tape is Dance With Me with Vanessa L. Williams and Cheyenne. A Story of Hearts in Motion. This is a Mandalay Entertainment production. And this one has no previews at the beginning. It says Columbia TriStar Entertainment label in there. 14th week of 1991. 2001, rather. Slipped at the ton there. Speaking of year codes, sometimes get a little confusing to read. Next one is a box office hits tape of Stand By Me. I've been meaning to look for the original RC Columbia one, but I never could find it anywhere. Maybe I'll try again when I get a new VCR. This is a 1998 tape. Another Rob Reiner film. It says 1987 on the label for some reason. And this is from the 31st week of 1998. Next one is The Taxi Driver, Collector's Edition, Martin Scorsese film. All-time classic, of course. This one has another pretty short description. Has a making of each right at the end. There's 24th week of 2002. This has the original tape master on it. It has the 75 years entertaining the world promo at the beginning, and then that for Silverado on it. Next one is Central Station, which won 2 1998 Academy Awards, including Best Actress and Best Foreign Language Film. Nominated for 2 Academy Awards, I should say. It didn't win them. This is another Sony Pictures classic film in Portuguese with yellow English subtitles. It's from Brazil. This is a Brazilian movie. Formerly Laura's tape, apparently. And this is 24th week of 1999 this was printed. It has a little Blockbuster stamp there, and it was purchased from Blockbuster on January 29th, 2000. Next one is The Thief. He'll steal your heart! Hardy har har. This is another Academy Award nominee for Best Foreign Language Film, this time for 1997. Another 1999 Columbia TriStar tape. This is licensed from Stratosphere Entertainment, and it's in Russian with English subtitles. And I don't support Russia in the war in Ukraine. I'm solidly stand with Ukraine, by the way. I have nothing but apathy for... I have utter contempt for Vladimir Putin, as you all know. Well, as some of you might know anyway. I had a weak in your code over there, but it's long since faded out. This is a video update rental from Kataro and Silver Barrel and Marana. I've driven by there several times. I think there's a Costco in its place now. I go to Costco regularly, so I think the Costco occupies, one of Costco's warehouses occupies the building where the video updates did. And this apparently went through the movie gallery run as well. Next one, I've seen the preview for this on a lot of tapes when I was a kid, but I never actually managed to watch the special itself. It's the Nuttiest Nutcracker. Nutty Twist on a Classic Tale. I never actually saw the special, but I've seen previews for it on a lot of tapes that I had when I was a kid. Tapes I checked out of the library in particular when I was a kid. It has a nice little sticker up there. And this is from 1999. Computer animation has gone nuts, apparently. Printed during the 35th week of 1999. Now, items and DVDs I have from Columbia TriStar that here. 1999. One of them is Taming of the Shrew. It's a DVD from 1967 film. This has the original Columbia Pictures logo restored. It had the fanfare playing over it originally. From what I can gather, this tape had the fanfare playing over the Columbia Pictures logo, and that's been restored to the film on this disc. And the other one I have is The Adventures of Elmo and Crouchline, a childhood classic of mine. I wore lots of VHS copies of this one. Can't remember how many VHS copies I wore out of that one. I counted the Columbia TriStar logo for this one. This is a disc from 1999. One of the Jim Henson films that was still with Sony. I'll put it in a PlayStation case because that's a Sony product. Both PlayStation and Columbia TriStar were owned by Sony. Which is why I put the PlayStation 2 case. The Adventures of Elmo and Crouch. And by the way, anyway, childhood classic of mine. It's one of a few Muppets related projects that didn't go to Disney. The other ones being Muppets Take Manhattan. Not Muppets related. This is the only other Sesame Street related film I know of. The other one I know of is Follow That Bird. And I think they're making another Sesame Street movie, but I have no idea when it's going to be released. And the rest of the home video ones, and in the next part, we're going to do the home entertainment ones that I have. Let's see what we got here. Stuart Little on VHS and DVD. The full screen version thereof. We'll get to the DVD in a minute. This is a tape that has a nice trailer reel on it that I remember from watching it at school and on YouTube, but then I bought the tape years after I did. It has a Smileworks sound there, and it has a nice little set of previews for Trumpet of the Swan and Adventures of Elmo and Crouchline, which I was just talking about. It's from the 11th week of 2000. This tape came out that year. As did the DVD counterpart, which I'll show you here. It's in full screen. I think there was a widescreen version of this. I'm not sure. I'll double check. You got this there in the little booklet for production notes on the film and how Stuart was animated. And there's the chapter stops. Can't upload my... I think a lot of people have uploaded the opening to the Store Little VHS. But I haven't... I've uploaded... But I haven't uploaded VHS. But I can't do that because it's copy protected. But other people have figured out how to do it. Next one is the Replacement Killers with Chow Yun-Fat and Mia Sorvino. Owned over from the 1998 stash that I forgot to show there. Even though I had it out, specifically to show it. Printed during the 27th week of 1997. And Eye of the Beholder with Aaron McGregor and Ashley Judd. This is a Dimension Film scenario. Dimension Film. Another 2000 tape. Yep, see there's a piece there. Printed during the 34th week of 2001. Next one is The Patriot. Great film starring Mel Gibson. Great revolutionary film. First of my 4th of July marathon for 2022, which was themed around revolution, because we need a second American Revolution right now. You know what's been going on with the repeal of Roe versus Wade and a lot of other rights that are being taken away from ordinary Americans. And to everyone's horror. Most everyone's horror. The printed during the 47th week of 2000. Then I also have it on DVD. I watched it last night I watched the film off this DVD using the drive and my mom's laptop. Here it is. And then the last tape before I move on. Before the next part. The original Muppet movie. I don't have any of the sequels. And I played this one as a kid. A lot. Played a lot of this as a kid. It's from 2001. I thought it was from 2000, but I looked it up and it turned out to be from 2001. One of the last home video Columbia TriStar DVDs. Yeah, I scratched this one up real good. But I have it on Prime Video, ordered on Prime Video, and I have it on Disney Plus now. So I can still watch the film on those if I wanted to. And I'll do it for this part of my Columbia TriStar Sony collection. I'll see you in the next part.